Hello, precious ones. It's Miss Moreland here to read you a story and try to grow your brain. Let's get ready for first grade, shall we? I sure am missing you. Anyway, here we go. The title of this story is The Bear Ate Your Sandwich. The Bear Ate Your Sandwich. The author is a lady named Julia Sarcone Roach. Yep. I wonder who the main character is for this story. Let's move on, shall we? Here's our title page. The Bear Ate Your Sandwich. By now, I think you know what happened to your sandwich, but you may not know how it happened. So let me tell you, it all started with the bear. Interesting. The morning air was warm and bright when the bear stepped out of his den. He stretched and sniffed. The scent of ripe berries drifted toward him and led him to a wonderful discovery. He's smelling some strawberries in the back of that red truck. After a berry feast, the bear curled up in the sunlight and listened to the buzzing of the bees. Before long, he was asleep. By the time the bear opened his eyes, the buzzing had become a rumbling. He was being quickly swept along like a leaf in a great river. The forest disappeared in the distance and high cliffs rose up around him. What do you think were the high cliffs that rose up around him to the bear? Right, they are big buildings in the city. Once the rumbling stopped, the bear found himself in a new forest. What do you call this forest, my friends? A city. It was like nothing the bear had ever seen before. This forest had many great climbing spots. The trees were itchy here. Oh, the trees were still itchy here, so he could scratch his back. There was good bark for scratching, and the mud squished nicely under his feet. Uh-oh. Boys and girls, just so you know, this is not mud. This is a man who's poured wet concrete down to make a sidewalk, and it hasn't dried yet, and the bear is walking in the wet concrete and leaving big old footprints. There were many interesting smells in this forest. But some of the tastiest ones had already been found. Who found some goodies there? Kitty's found some goodies here? Ooh. Leafy green smells led the bear to new fun. Now, where is the bear? He's in a park. And that is when he saw it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. There it was. Your beautiful and delicious sandwich all alone. Look who's peeking there. He waited to make sure no one was with him, no one saw him. Not even the sandwich, before he made his move. So he's scouting it out, looking right, looking left, and now he's making his move. It was such a great sandwich. The bear loved it. But just as he was almost finished, he heard sniff, snuffle, slobber, snort right behind him. He had been seen. Who had seen him? Oh, the dogs had seen him at the dog park. The bear was so surprised that he ran out of the park and down the street until he spotted a very tall tree. From the top of the tree, the bear could see his forest. It was time to go home. The waves rocked the bear, and he began to doze. Doze is another word for falling asleep. When he opened his eyes, he heard the breeze in familiar branches and the birds and bugs' evening songs. Well, the bear made it home just fine. So, that's what happened to your sandwich. The bear ate it. I saw it all. I tried to save your sandwich. I was able to save this little bit of lettuce here. The bear dropped it as he ran off, but I couldn't save the rest. I'm sorry to have to tell you about your sandwich this way. But now you know. The end. Boys and girls, do you think the bear ate the sandwich? Or was this his wonderful imagination coming up with a story to blame the bear for when he really ate the sandwich, didn't he? Well, let's talk about this a little bit. What a fun little story. In our story, what do you happened first? Was he in the den? Was he in the city? Was he eating strawberries? Or was he the bear paw getting the sandwich? What happened first? You're right. He was eating strawberries. And so this picture should go here. Now, when he was in that red truck and he ate all those strawberries, what happened next? Was he in his den? Safe and sound? Was he in the city? Or was he eating the sandwich? You're right. He ended up in what he called a brand new forest. But that was the city. And remember, he called the big skyscrapers and the buildings, what? Cliffs, right? So that's what happened next. Then, we have two choices left for number 3. He's safe and sound at home, or he's eating the sandwich. Once he was in that city, remember he found the park, and he got the sandwich. At least according to the dog. So, the big bear paw grabbing the sandwich would go right here in number 3. And last but not least, number 4. What should go in number 4? What happened to the bear in the end? He made it home safe and sound with no problems, and the dog was explaining, hey, that's what happened to your sandwich. But we know he was just making up a big story so he didn't get in trouble. Now here are some interesting words that were in your story. And the proper way to say interesting words is vocabulary words. And one of them is the word doze. We actually did talk about that, where the bear began to doze. Look at that magic E. Doze in the boat. And here's some berries that were in the back of the truck, and they are ripe. Wow! 2 magic E words right there that give their power to that vowel, and they say their name. Doze and ripe. Ripe means they're ready to eat. They're all grown up and they're going to taste fantastic, but they are ready to pick and ready to eat. Here's another interesting word in this story. It's the word rumbling. And they're talking about the noise of the truck when it was rumbling. And here your illustrator has put some words in there, vroom, vroom, to help you get the idea of the sound of a truck when it's rumbling. And sometimes our tummies are rumbling too, aren't they? Right before lunchtime. So it's kind of a growly sound in your tummy, or a rough, growly sound coming out of an old truck. Now, this is one of our old friends. That's a little cave house called a den that bears like to sleep in. And foxes, too, I believe, like to live in dens. And look at that sticky vowel. D-E-N, D-N, den. Well done. Oh, this is a great word here. This is tastiest. Tastiest means it is so very, very yummy. It is the yummiest thing that he had eaten. And oh, look, loving this word, delicious, means that it tastes so good. You want to eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it because it is just yummy in your tummy. Tastiest and delicious, they kind of are meaning the same thing. And that has a special word called a synonym. Tastiest and delicious mean that it was very yummy and you enjoyed eating it. And last but not least, here's another interesting word, and it's humongous. Disappeared. And that is when this is the bear's paw grabbing up that sandwich and making it disappear down his throat into his belly when he ate it, right? So it was all gone, and disappeared means it's gone. And it was gone into his belly. Or actually, it was the dog's belly, huh? That silly dog. Well, and finally, here's what I would like you to do at home is find some paper, and at the top, write, and here's your directions, write and illustrate about a time that you were honest. Well, why are we talking about a time when we're honest? Because that dog was not being honest, was he? Let's see here. When he's telling his girl that the bear ate it, was he being honest? No, ma'am. He was not being honest. No, sir. No, ma'am. He made up that whole big story so he would not get in trouble with her. He was being dishonest. But I know you are honest and tell the truth always, or as much as you can. So I want you to think about a time when you were honest and told the truth and did the right thing. And you're going to draw a picture of you being honest, telling the truth, and doing the right thing, and write a sentence about that time when you were honest. Maybe it was you who took the donut. It was me, I'm telling you right now. And you had to be honest and tell Mom, yes, I took the donut. Even though you knew you probably were going to get in trouble. But that's why honesty is such a hard thing to do. Because sometimes being honest can get you in trouble. But it's the best way. So, just like in our story, the bear ate your sandwich. That dog was not honest, but you, my friends, are honest and trying to be honest, and draw a picture of a time when you were honest, you told the truth, and you know, it takes a lot of courage to be honest too, doesn't it? You have to be brave. And then write a sentence. Remember that first letter's got to be in uppercase and everyone else lowercase. Don't forget your finger space. Remember to sound out your words and give it your best try spelling. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it grows your brain when you sound them out instead of having someone tell you how to spell things. So let's grow those first grade brains, all right? And last but not least, don't forget your punctuation. Probably going to be a period, because you need to stop in the name of love before you end your sentence. So, don't forget that when you write your sentence about a time when you were honest. I love you, my darlings. Be safe, have a happy heart, do good work, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.